Jimin, Minthe, I'm here. He yelled as soon as he saw his daughter. She just came out of her school and was looking for Jimin. Jimin ran towards her as she did to Minthe. Amma, she said as she hugged Jimin, who was kneeling down in front of her, holding his baby. Jimin, how was your day? Minthe, it was really nice. I made two friends. Jimin, really? Minthe, yes. Did you guys play? Minthe, yeah, a lot. And teacher also praised me today. She said my drawing was the best. Jimin, really? Minthe, yes. I really had so much of fun. Jimin, yeah, I can see that. Minthe, but I missed you so much. Jimin, oh, my baby. Let's go home. Or do you want to go to ice cream shop before going home? Minthe, first ice cream, then I will go to home. Jimin, alright, let's go. He said as he carried his daughter and went towards the car. It has been 5 years since Taeyang left, and Jimin was still waiting for him. He adopted a child, although he had no intention of adopting. 2 years after Taeyang left, Jimin came across Minthe. He had gone to hospital because he was really sick, and that's when he met Minthe. She was sitting and crying in a corner, calling her mom, but there was no one around her. He looked around but found no one, so he went towards her and asked Minthe, Jimin, hey, little girl, what's happened? Why are you crying? And where is your mom? Minthe, she is in the room. She is not responding. She is just sleeping. I was calling her from along, but she didn't respond. Can you please wake her up? She said while crying as Jimin looked inside the room. The doctor came out from the room as Jimin asked them what was going on. The doctor said that her mother had cancer, so she died that day, and her father also died a long ago. She was only 3 years when it all happened. Jimin, hey baby, don't worry, I will be your mom. Menthe, but what about my mom? Jimin, she said that I should take care of you. She has left to a place where no one can go. It's really a beautiful place. Menthe, why did she went there without me? Jimin, because even though it is very beautiful, but it is really very dangerous to go there. And if she took you along, then you won't be able to suffer so much pain. So that's why she left you to me. She don't want to see you cry and feel the pain she is going through. Menthe, but I want to meet her. Jimin, when you will be strong and old enough, then you can go there and meet her. Menthe, will she wait for me till then? But I want to see her right now. Jimin, are you sure you can go through so much of pain? I will be with you. I will be your mom, okay? I will take care of you. Menthe, did mom said to do? Jimin, yes, she said. Minthe, alright. Jimin, what is your name? Minthe, it's Minthe. Jimin, Minthe? Minthe, yes. Why are you so shocked? Jimin, actually, my name is Jimin, and the one I love, his name is Taeyang. So, practically, your name is mix of our name. Min from my name and Tae from his name. Minthe, oh, really? But where is he? Is he also going to be my father? Jimmy, of course he's going to be father. But he has gone somewhere far. And when he will be back, he will be your father. Then where? Jimmy, you won't be able to understand it now. Then but where is he? I want to see my father. Jimmy, you will soon. And he's actually in stars. He is a star. Then you mean actor? Jimmy, nah. He's a real star. He came to me, had to left because if he stays here, he will die. So he needs some energy and he will be back again. And what if he didn't came back? Will I not able to see him? Jimin, I trust him. And if you trust me, then you should trust him too. He will be surely right. Mentor, really? Jimin, yes. Shall we go home now? Mentor, okay. She smiled as Jimin took her to his home. Since then, he has been taking care of her. Jimin started his own company with all the money he had saved by doing the job. He had also bought a house which was waiting to become a home. He and Mente were waiting for Theang every single night. Mente always got excited whenever she saw the stars just like Jimin. She somehow had many similarities like Jimin and Theang. She was really cute, and whenever she saw any falling star, she always got excited and told Jimin. Even though it is too much late, Jimin would always take Minthe towards the place where the star fell. He didn't care if it was too long or too far to go. And as promised, he had still not seen any meteor shower. He wanted to see it with Taeyang and now also with Minthe. He wanted it to be the three of them to see any meteor shower. The days kept passing like that. Mente was also going to school. It was night time when Mente said she wanted to go out to a park. Jimin, baby, it's so late, not now, okay? We can go tomorrow. Mente, but please, I want to go there. Jimin, alright, let's go. He said as he wanted to get some fresh air too. Both of them headed outside, and Mente sat inside Jimin's car as Jimin also followed her, locking the doors. Both of them left to a park which was almost empty. Not much people were there. It was kind of garden since many flowers were there. Small plants and beautiful flowers were filling the whole park. Mente and Jimin were holding hands and walking through the flowers. Mente, they are so beautiful. Jimin, of course, they are beautiful, just like you. Mente, I want to hold my dad's hand too, she said as she looked towards her right hands, which were empty, while Jimin was holding her left hand. Jimin held her right hand as he kneeled down. Jimin, you will do soon, okay? Don't be sad. Mente, of course not. I think you are more sadder than me. I am already fine. You must be more sad. Jimin, of course I am sad, but if you are with me, I won't be sad anymore. Let's just wait for him. Mente, of course. He said as he got up and started walking again. Mente started running as she went towards the swings and sat on it. Jimin chuckled and went behind her, pushing her lightly. As she was swinging, Jimin felt someone falling behind him. He looked behind but couldn't find anyone. Jimin, Mente, did you hear something? Mente, no, I didn't hear anything, she said as she stopped the swing and got up from there. Jimin, let's see. Maybe someone fell down, he said as he held her hands and started walking towards the sound. There were some plants as they went behind the plants, and Jimin saw a familiar figure falling there. Jimin, Theang? Min, Amma, what happened? Why are you taking Dad's name? She said as she shook Jimin a bit and followed his eye gaze. But she couldn't see anything. Theang was falling down there, looking up to the sky and cursing them again for throwing him so hard. Jimin was not able to move at all. He was like freezed at his place. Taeyang slowly got up as he brushed his clothes. He looked around and found Jimin looking at him in total shock. Taeyang smiled as he ran towards Jimin and hugged him. Due to pressure, Jimin backed off a bit while Minthe was getting confused what was going on. Taeyang, Jimina, I missed you so much. Jimin, is it really you? Am I not dreaming? He said, being shocked and surprised to see Taeyang. Taeyang, you are not dreaming. I am here. Minthe, Oma, what happened to you? she said as she shook Jimin's hand slowly. Minte, Oma, what are you saying? And why aren't you moving at all? What happened to you? Taeyang backed off as he looked towards Minthe and back to Jimin. Taeyang, did you got married? But there was no response. Jimin was still in shock. Taeyang, yeah, don't tell me you forgot about me. Jimin smiled as tears escaped his eyes. Mente, Oma, why are you crying? She said as she got worried now. Jimin, is it really you, Taeyang? Don't tell me I'm dreaming. Taeyang, I just said you are not dreaming. Mente, Oma, what happened to you? Why are you taking Dad's name? He's not even here. Taeyang, Dad's name? But he just took my name. Wait, am I his her dad? Jimin left with his hand as he hugged him tightly. Jimmy, I missed you. I really missed you so much. Minte was now already worried, but she couldn't understand what was going on there. But she remembered when Theon said no one could see him when he first met Jimin. Their first meet was very strange. Minte, oh ma, she said as she held Jimin's t-shirt. Minte, is Dad here? She said, completely shocked. Jimin, yes, he is. He said as he backed off from the hug and looked towards Minte. Minte, but I can't see him. Jimin, you will be able to soon. Yeah. Who is she? Jimin, our child. You already know everything, don't you? Will you stop acting? Yeah. I was just joking. Of course I know her. And she's really cute. Plus, she has our name, he said as he looked towards Minthe and kissed her head, but Minthe couldn't see anything. She was able to feel something, but she couldn't see anything. Yeah, seems like she is able to feel me, Jimin. And that's because you want. If you don't want, then she won't be able to. Yeah, of course. Minthe, are you kissing my ears, Dad? She said as tears welled up in her eyes. He broke the hug with Jimin and kneeled down in front of her. Yes, I am. Tapped something on back of his hand. Slowly, he started to get visible. Mint, uh, are you my dad? Hyang, you don't believe me? Ask your mom then. Mint, he hugged Hyang tightly. Hyang hugged her back. Mint, finally I can see you. Hyang, I can too, he said as he backed off from hug and held Minty's face in his hand. Hyang, you're so cute, Minty, and you're so handsome, just as Mom said. You know she don't stop complimenting about you. He literally never stops. Hyang, I know that. He just loves me too much. Minty, I know. He really loves you a lot, and he really missed you a lot. Did you not miss him? Why did you come so late? Thea, we are not allowed to come again. Mente, then how did you come? Thea, well, if I said that in front of your mom, he's going to kill me. Jimin, yeah, how did you come? Tell me. Thea, I just came. Let's forget about that. He said as he got and looked towards Jimin. Jimin, I said, how did you got here? Just like last time, Jimin, and that's not possible because you can only come once. Taeyang, actually, I came in front of a asteroid and it caused me to fall here. Jimin, what the hell? Like seriously, you came in front of it and it didn't even cared about you? Taeyang, yeah, I'm star. How can something happen to me? Jimin, did it hurt anywhere? He said as he looked around Taeyang's body and tried to find any injuries, but Taeyang held him. Taeyang, I said I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's go home. I'm really hungry. Jimin, oh really? I don't think so. Taeyang, but I'm really hungry for you. He whispered the last word to Jimin's ear. Jimin blurred sight slightly as they all started walking around the garden for a little bit more. Minthe. Finally, my wish came true. I am holding both my parents' hand now. She said, looking happily towards both of her side. Jimin and Hyung smiled at her as they started running with Minthe. Later, they all came back to their house. It was at night when Minthe already slept. Jimin and Hyung were sitting in the balcony as Jimin was resting his head on Hyung's shoulder and Hyung's one arm was around his waist, holding him protectively. They were looking at the sky until something buzzed. Jimin looked around, but there was no phone around. Jimin, what is it? Hyung, it's my hand. Jimin, what do you mean? Hyung, actually, we are not allowed to come in front of any asteroid. We are supposed to run away from them, but I didn't run away. It is actually illegal. Jimin, what? What are they going to do? Are they going to take you back? Or are they going to punish you? Yeah, I don't know what happened. I never heard of it. Plus, I am the youngest star there. How am I supposed to know? Jimin, then what are you going to do now? Yeah, listen to the message. What else can I do now? He said as he tapped on his back of hand and he started to read. Mr. Kim Thea, you have broke your rule when you were not allowed to go back to Earth. Why did you did that? Thea, because I wanted to be here. I want to be with when can I not be here? The assistant. In order to do that, we have to take a test. If you don't pass that, you will die. Jimmy, what? That can't happen. Yeah, I will do. The assistant. It is going to be a test for Jimin, not you. And if Jimin couldn't pass it, then you are going to die. Taeyang looked towards Jimin as Jimin got scared. Taeyang slowly spoke. What is it? The assistant. We are going to erase all the memories of Jimin. And if he falls for you again and loves you again, then we will let him you be together. But if he fails to do that, then you are going to die. Jimin, I'm ready to do it. Yeah, are you sure about it? Jimin, yes, I am. Do you remember how fast I fell for you? You might not know, but I fell for you the moment I saw you. I'm sure I will be able to do it. I can do anything to be with you. The assistant. So, this night is going to be last. From the morning, he will forget everything. And Hyung has been given a ID, all the things he needs to be in a human form. He can work and get a job. I hope you all succeed. It said and went off. Hyung, you can do it, right? Jimin, of course I can do it. He said as he hugged Hyung tightly. Jimin, I don't want to lose you again. Hyung, neither do I. They both parted away as Jimin connected their lips. After a long kiss, they both broke it. Jimin, but wait, will I get my memories back after I fall for you again? Hyung, wait, let me check. He said as he looked towards back of his hand and started searching and looked back towards him. Hyung, yes, you will get it back. But you just have to fall for me. And they are going to erase all the memories you have, including everything that can make you remember those things. Jimin, I'm ready. The night fell as Jimin and Taeyang were together the whole night. When the other day came, Jimin found himself in a different room. He looked around and later got up because he didn't remember whatever had happened. He thought it was maybe his house and he just thought it wasn't. He got up and freshed up and later went to his office. The days passed as Taeyang decided to work in Jimin's company because it would be easier if he does. When Jimin saw Taeyang, his eyes were stuck on him. He couldn't take off them. His heartbeat rose as he looked down towards Taeyang's resume. He was there as Jimin's personal secretary. Jimin, I will decide it later, he said as he closed the file and kept it aside, asking Thiang to leave until Jimin gets back his memory and falls for Thiang. Thiang was going to take care of Menthe. Menthe was totally unaware what was going on. So Thiang just said some of things which should be told and not everything because there are some limits to tell humans about their world. Jimin also accepted Taeyang as his personal secretary. As the days kept passing, Jimin kept falling for Taeyang. 2 weeks passed as Jimin had been feeling like that. He wanted to know what those feelings were. It was Minthe's holiday, so she was asking Taeyang to go to his office because she wanted to see Jimin. It's been 2 weeks since she didn't met him, so Taeyang decided to take her at Jimin's office. Taeyang, may I come in, sir? Jimin, yes, he said as he looked towards the door. Hyung opened it as a small girl entered inside. His eyes became softer when he saw her. Jimin, so are you Minthe? He asked because he knew about Hyung's background and that he had adopted a girl. Minthe, yes. How are you? Jimin, I'm fine. How are you? Minthe, I'm of course fine. Hyung, I'm going to pick some things from the file room, so can Minty be here for a while? Jimin, of course. Why not? He said as he chatted with Minty and Thiang left from there. They both were having fun until Minty couldn't control herself anymore. Tears escaped her eyes. Oh, Minty, why are you crying? Minty, I miss my mom. Jimin, oh, where is she? Minty, it's he, but he has gone somewhere. He will be back soon, but I just want him back sooner, Minte said as she cried even more. Jin, oh, he felt sad thinking that Taeyang was married. It was not written anywhere in his resume. His heart was aching knowing about that, but he controlled himself as he started consoling Minthe. That night, he was crying his heart out at his room. He just couldn't bear it. Maybe he was really in love with Hyung. He decided to confess and then move on because he didn't want it to go without letting Hyung know. And of course, he won't be able to move on if he didn't let him know. So he decided to tell Hyung. The other day was a holiday for all the employees. Jimin called Hyung and Minte to his house, saying that he wanted to play with Minte. She was really fun. While Minte and Hyung were there, Hyung kept on looking at Jimin while Jimin was talking and playing with Minte. After some time, Jimin got up from there as he went towards Hyung. Jimin, Hyung, I have something to say you. Hyung, what is it? Jimin, I mean, I know you are married, but I want to tell you something. Since I won't be able to move on if I didn't tell you. Actually, I like you. Just don't mind it and reject me so that I can move on. Hyung smiled as he hugged Jimin. Jimin, what are you doing? Hyung, you did it, Jimin. You did it. He smiled as he hugged Jimin even tighter. Tears escaped his eyes. He didn't tell Jimin that they had limited time to complete that task, but Jimin did it even before that time. Jimin remembered as Hyung said that. He smiled and hugged Hyung back. Jimin, I did it, he said as he hugged even tighter. The assistant. From now onwards, Hyung is going to live like a human. And when either of you will die, both of you will come to star together. You are going to become star together when you die. So from now on, Hyung is going to live like a normal human and there won't be any powers with him. And after that, the assistant went off with all the things that Hyung had in his back of hand. That all disappeared as only Hyung's normal hands left. Jimin hugged Hyung again as he smiled even brighter. Jimin, finally we can be together from now on. He said, smiling like crazy. Hyung, yes, he said and kissed Jimin on his cheeks. Jimin, but were they really going to kill you? Hyung, of course not. They were not going to. They were just ensuring my safety here. Because without love, you know, I will die here. Jimin, oh yes, I know. So were they going to take you back? Hyung, yes, they were going to take me back if I wouldn't have completed the task. Jimin, oh, whatever it is, I'm so happy. Hyung, I'm really happy to. Well, I have a surprise for you. I thought you won't be able to do it before today, but you did it, and it was the best day. Jimmy, what happened? Taeyang, there is going to be a meteor shower today. Shall we go there? Jimin, really? Taeyang, yes. Let's go. Or else we might get late, because you know it's really far away from here. Jimin, sure. Minthe, he called twice as Minthe couldn't hear. Then Minthe, yes, Mama, he said as she closed her mouth. Jimin chuckled. Jimin, I remember everything. He said as Minthe eyes sparkled. Minthe, really? She said as she ran towards Jimin and hugged him. Minthe, yeah, finally we are going to together again. Jimin, yes. He said as they all hugged Minthe. I'm really happy, Amma. You did it. Jimin, yeah, I did it. Shall we go to watch Mega Shower today? Your dad is going to take us there. Minthe, really? Jimin, yes. Minthe, yeah. She said excitedly as she hugged Theang. Theang smiled as he hugged her back. They all left from there and went to the field where they could see the meteor shower. It was like a small hill. They all sat on the grass as they looked towards the meteor shower. While looking towards the meteor shower, Minthe fell asleep because it was already late night. Theang, she's really fast asleep. Jimin, I know. He said as he got up and went towards Theang. He sat on Theang's lap and hugged him tightly. Theang hugged him back. Jimin, I'm really so happy. I can finally be with you again. I knew we had another chapter left for us. Theang, not only another, all the other chapters are only for us. He said as he smiled and kissed Jimin as he kissed him back.